Yeah, because one of the things that we like to do is to go around all the different resorts because they're all so well themed. You'll find that there's different things at each one. They all have a different atmosphere and a different feel, so it's quite nice to do, especially if the parks are busy or it's hot in the summer and you're wanting something different to do. You still get a bit of Disney magic whilst not being kind of in masses of everybody queuing for rides. Yeah, it's nice. Right, so this is the yacht part of the Yacht and Beach Club. There's also a Disney Vacation Club part. As we've said already, it's very nautical themed. I think this is probably one of my favourite places to stay. If you ever get the chance, it's worth it. We stayed at the one similar to it in
Paris, Newport Bay Club over in Paris.
Yeah, that was nice. The rooms are just so well themed. I think it's one of the deluxe resorts, so it is a little bit more expensive than what we've paid to stay at the Caribbean beach, but yeah. I mean, it's just fun. It's incredible, and like I say, it's just nice to walk around some of the resorts and to kind of see them. So if you ever come, it's worth looking around to see where you maybe want to stay on your next vacation as well.
Especially if you're here for a few days, because if you're doing the parks, if we came out of season, so we could easily have done everything we want to do at the parks in 4 or 5 days. So it gives you a lot of time to wander around, especially if you came from the UK and you're here for 2 weeks, or in our case 3 weeks. Got plenty of time to walk around all the resorts.
And probably the same in the summer, like it can get a bit too much doing the parks all at once consistently. You know, it's quite tiring, and this can be quite a relaxing activity going around and kind of investigating them. This is also the home to 2 amazing restaurants. So you've got Beaches and Cream, which is where we're going later, but it's also got Cape Maze, which is a character breakfast, and it's all like beach themed and everything. The characters in little swimwear and stuff like that, and that's really cool, and you get a good breakfast there. And we're not doing that this time, but it is, again, it's worth having a look and seeing what you think.
And that's the other thing, you can use the restaurants in all the different hotels, so you don't have to stay in the one you're in.
Yeah.
So if you have the dining plan, so you came from the UK and booked direct, you probably have the dining plan, so you can use it in any of the resorts.
Yeah.
Okay, we've moved around a bit now.
Third time's the charm. So, with the dining plan, if you've got the deluxe one with the table service, it can not dictate your holiday, but it can make it mean that you need to have it planned a little bit more. So, as you were saying, you would plan or pre-book all your dining, particularly the table services for the most part. So ones like Cinderella's Table, Crystal Palace.
Or even in your resorts, if you're not doing it in the parks. So you're restricted. Once you've booked it, you're stuck with quick service. You can't really reserve any of them other than be our guest for lunch or breakfast. So you can just turn up wherever. There's loads of quick service restaurants. Every resort has at least one.
Yeah.
They're all, it's not the same food. You can get burgers and stuff everywhere, but each resort has its own dishes that are on them. You can move around them all.
And that's kind of worth noting actually, because ours has quite a good menu. So Caribbean Beach, we found that that's got some different bits and pieces on the quick service menu, and the same can be said about the Polynesian resort. We like going there for the quick service because it's got a slightly different menu from just burgers and chicken and pizza. So that kind of gives you a choice. It is also worth noting that the table dining plan of a deluxe resort is an amazing experience. And if you do happen to be at a deluxe resort, it is worth having. It just means that you can kind of be a little bit more organised, I guess, and you kind of have to stick to what you've pre-booked. But again, like, it's got its perks. I mean, it's including all these amazing restaurants, so you get to experience all of those, whereas we've kind of stuck to just using the quick service
option.
Yeah, rather than booking table services, because it's kind of already involved in the price. So
although if we didn't, we got it free as part of our package, so if we didn't, we wouldn't specifically have bought it probably, but it is quite a good deal if you're getting it free as a package.
Yeah, I think our deal was amazing. We booked it as soon as it kind of came out last year, and we got $200 Disney dollars and the photo pass. We can play golf, as we were saying yesterday.
We got 21-day park tickets for the price of 14 days.
Yeah.
But okay, that offers on all the time, but it's included in the package.
Yeah.
And as we also got the quick service dining plan included, which gives you these resort refillable mugs.
Which they're amazing. They're definitely worth it. Particularly if you are doing like what we're doing right now with resort hopping, we can fill them at any resort. So we can go downstairs right now and fill our mugs and have a drink as we're walking around. So again, that can be quite relaxing. We can just go find a nice place to sit out and have a drink.
Shall we go find the pools?
Let's go find the pool.
That's also well known in some of the resorts. You can use the pools at the different resorts. The deluxe ones though tend to be coded, so it won't let us into the actual pools. So I think you have to, I guess the popular pools are all themed.
Yeah.
Also out of animation as well, you need to stay out of animation to use their pool. But for most of the other ones, as far as we can work out, you can just walk in because they're not coded.
Yeah.
So I guess if you are staying in resorts where you get fed up with your own pool, you can hop around different resorts.
Yeah, and again,
pools there as well.
They're really well themed, aren't they? Everything with Disney is well themed, so you can't go wrong really. Well, come on, let's have a look around.
So we've been sneaky. Fiona nicely asked, and they let us into the pool just to have a wander around and do some filming.
Yeah. But yeah, we're having a quick walk around so we can show you. I've stayed here before, and this is definitely one of my favourite pools. It's got a really cool slide. It's quite a big pool. It's got like a bit which has got current to it, and there's like a couple of jacuzzis, although we've just walked past one and one of them's closed. So, but it's off season. It is very quiet in this pool. I think it's probably a bit cold to be swimming for quite a lot of people. Not the Brits. The Brits are all out in force. Good on you guys. But yeah, we're going to show you around whilst we've got a sneaky preview because we're not really supposed to be in here.
And it is out of season, but this has to be one of the best pools of the resorts. As Fiona, I think, already said earlier. It's quiet, there's lots of space, it has nice comfy sun lounges with cushions on them. And a pool table that Fiona's about to try and play. And also it has a slide that's inside a pirate ship, which I think you can possibly see behind me. Which we're not going to be able to go up because we'd have to leave the pool area to get there, and they probably will not let us in or back into here. So
it is an amazing slide though. Like you say, you go up there, and then we filmed the bottom of the slide before, so you should be able to see that in sequence. But like I say, this is definitely one of my favourites.
And it does look like there's plenty of room. Maybe not so much in summer when it's full, but
yeah, because it's two resorts. It's the yacht and it's the beach club, so it must hold, I don't even know what, you're talking what, thousands, I would say. But off season, like right now, you'd be having a ball if you had kids and everything to play here. It's just amazing.
And you get a nice view of the boardwalk, which I guess is close by. So for us, it would be ideal to go to the bakery.
Bingo.
So we wandered over into the beach club lobby.
And you know it's the beach club. Well, we're not at the lobby yet because you get all these sandy little things that are on the walls. And on this side, just right here, this is Cape May's, what I was talking about earlier. So they do a character breakfast here, which, like I say, is just really cute.
There's sandcastle in the middle of it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
it's
can see
amazing.
that. Hopefully you can see that.
It's so well themed. And you can have Mickey waffles, which I think is probably a standard, actually, to be fair, at all
You get that
Disney
everywhere.
kind of breakfasts. It's like Cinderella's Castle.
I think it is Cinderella's castle. It's not like Cinderella's castle.
Well,
It is.
Cinderella doesn't have shells on her castle. Nice. Yes, this takes us round into the lobby. Like I say, it's made of 2 resorts. It's the Yacht and it's the beach club. Oh, this one's got a hidden.
Has a Mickey, yes.
I get very excited over little things.
And you know we're in beach club because the carpet's a beach club. So we're in the lobby of the beach club, which is pretty much the same as Yacht Club, except there's another globe in the middle.
But there is real subtle differences. If you look at it, like in the flowers, there's like little starfish and things like that in this one, which there isn't in the other. And then they've got the ship's wheel. So they are very similar, but there's real subtle differences, which is just typical Disney, isn't it? Everything is just so well themed.
Yep. And in the carpet, there's little hidden Mickeys, which hopefully you can see. Although this is a deluxe resort, it's still all the resorts have at least one small kind of grab and go or quick service place, this one being called Marketplace.
This one probably is a little bit bigger, a bit like some of the other vacation club resorts as well. So when you're at a vacation club, they have like ovens or microwaves, and it's more kind of self-catering, I guess. So they have a little bit more options in here. Looks like a good place to come to breakfast, actually. We might come and have an investigation one day.
Okay, so we're now in the vacation club part of
The Yacht and Beach Club. I can't remember what it's called. It's behind us on the sign though, if you can read it.
Yep.
If not,
we'll
show you it when we're walking around. And there's a really cute little statue of Ariel, which we're going to show you now as well.
And apparently it's called Disney's Beach Club and Villas. But all the Disney resorts have these kind of squares in them with lots of chairs and tables. So if you are staying in them and you get takeaway food, you can always just wander out to them.
Yeah, it's quite a nice little area to grab a snack and come and sit. It's in the shade at the moment, so it's a little bit chilly, but in the summer it's probably an ideal place to sit and have your morning coffee. Here she is our favourite little mermaid. So you can come and take pictures with her even if you're not staying at the resort. So it's somewhere to have a little photo opportunity if you are doing a bit of resort hopping. Maybe wouldn't necessarily come just to take the picture. If you've got small kids, they probably wouldn't appreciate it. But if you're having a wander around, particularly the Yacht and Beach Club, this is little Ariel. She's our favourite.
Yeah. And it's also in the middle of a lovely little square, which has lots of seats around it. So if you had a tired day, you can always come grab a coffee from one of the shops, sit out here and relax, either in the shade where it's quite cool at the moment, or here where it's actually very warm.
If you've got your resort fillable mug,
yep.
Bingo, fill it up where we've just showed you. Come and sit out here for a little while.
Yeah.
We'll just show you into the entrance of the Beach Club Villas. I don't know what's inside. Yeah, I totally forgot what it's called, but we'll see what's inside. I've never been in, I don't think, so we'll have a look. So out here, there's a little pool. It's obviously for the vacation club guide. It's a cute little room. So they've got like a pool table. There's a TV overhead. I don't know whether they have DVD players in it. If you are part of a Disney Vacation Club, you can go to one of their like little home, I don't know what they call it, but you can actually rent the DVDs, so they don't charge you, and then you can watch it in your Disney Vacation Club room, which is quite nice. They've got pretty much every Disney movie ever, as well as a couple of others as well. So again, if you're a DVC member, it's always worth checking out these little bits and pieces.